A warm welcome to all the listeners. Listen to the Blue Horse. Dr.C.K.N. is in conversation with Pooja. I'm sure you'll enjoy this session, and I'm sure it's going to be some food for your thought.
Hey all, we are in conversation with the Blue Horse. So doctor, why do you think people are individually selfish?
See, you have to understand basically one thing. And what I'm going to tell you now, you will be knowing. Okay?
Yeah.
You have, let us take the living beings on the landmass. Okay? Let us not talk about the marine biology. We talk about the species which is living on land. The highest is human form, out of which, because we've been given many senses to think. Okay?
Yeah.
See, every living species has its own language. Either it's birds or animals, they have their own language. They know how to communicate with their group, with their people, So now what is happening here, mankind is the only species which has a sense of ownership, right?
So we dominate?
You want to own everything, man.
Is it like...
You want to own all the gold in the world, right?
Yeah.
You want to own all the money in the world. You want to own all the precious stones in the world. You want to own all the land in the world.
Is it because we are greedy?
You do want to own all the animals in the world.
Okay.
You grow dogs at home.
See, this is beyond surviving, isn't it?
No. Your question is, why are we selfish in nature?
Yeah.
Because we have the sense of ownership. The other species do not have the self of ownership. Is there any elephant goes and grow a cat?
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
See, you talk about something called, I used to laugh in myself when I hear that domesticated animals. How can you make animals domesticated? They are not.
But cows has to be taken care of, isn't it?
See, you mean to say if you don't take care of the cow cannot take care of itself?
Yeah, that's what
Nature has created every species which will survive on its own.
Somebody has to churn
You
the
tame an
milk
animal.
out. This is what they say.
You tame an animal and you keep them inside the house. You have to feed them. What do you talk about? You make a beautiful cage and you put hundreds of lovebirds of different colors inside, right? And you feed them with water and feed, and you make them breed also. Okay. And now what do you say? These birds, you cut them from their wisdom. See, even if I have to make your jail room into gold and silver and diamond and all that, and give you all the sophisticated food in the world, and give you every recreation for you, I give you even one girl every night, right?
Okay.
You think you will be comfortable inside the same room?
Definitely
You're jailed.
not. Yeah.
Whatever comfort you're going to get, I'll give you mobile phone, I'll give you alcohol, I'll give you drugs, I'll give you cigarettes, I'll give you all the beautiful women in the world, everything. I'll give you laptops, I'll give you mobile phone, I will give you good television, I'll give you projector screens, I'll make you see movie every day. All that you're going to do it inside that room. And the room is built with gold.
So the domestic...
You mean to say that you're going to be happy? You have to have your freedom, right? Now you put the lovebirds inside this cage, and you know what you talk? You say, if I leave them outside, they will not know how to survive. Some crows will come and, kill it. So it has to be taken care. You have, broken their freedom. You have, made their survival vanish. Every animal knows how to protect itself, right?
See, basically I have a doubt. Can cows take care of themselves?
100% yes.
Okay.
100% yes.
The milk, they say the milk has to be sucked out every day.
No.
Then?
No. What about so many cows which are not under the human beings, which are living in the forest?
Is there cows existing in the forest?
Yes.
Okay.
Otherwise, how their breed will come in the forest? You have bisons, right?
Yeah.
You have so many, forest cows. They survive.
Okay.
They know if there is more milk in their system created, after feeding the calves, it will discharge it.
I actually thought cows cannot exist without the help of human beings.
No, never.
Okay.
You're wrong. So the sense of ownership, if you take the Arabs, the rich Arabs, they live in palace which is spread over 150 acres, 200 acres.
Cheetahs.
They have all the animals.
Yeah.
They have a zoo inside.
Yeah, I know.
Spread over 50, 70 acres.
Yes.
They have all the animals. It's a sense of ownership.
Yes.
You want to own everything. Right?
Okay.
So the sense of ownership is not there in other species. You have to understand this first.
Okay.
I think I'm making it very clear.
Yes.
Right? You want to own everything. You want to own all the beautiful women in the world.
Okay.
Right? You have no end for your greed. Now there are two things which is very important for you to understand. When it comes to the question of language, you have to be very clear of what is the language, what is the word that you are coining and speaking. So you have started with the word called selfishness, directly related to ownership. That I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. All four things I've got. Now the mind will create, I want some more, another 4 more. And when you reach 8, it wants another 8. So different things. You're not going to end with that. If you're going to think that I'm going to satisfy with these 10 number of things which if I reach in my life, once you reach that 10 number of things in your life, your mind will create another 10 more numbers. I want other 10 also. There's no end to it, right? It keeps going.
See, is it?
That's a basic human mind.
See, that is greediness, isn't it?
Yeah, greed. Yeah.
So there's a difference.
That greed
between
is what? Greed is nothing other than the selfishness. See, there are two things here. When you're going to use the word called selfishness, which is directly related to the ownership I told you, there are two things here. These two things are, one, the word called selfish. The other, the word called self-centered activities. The self-centered activities are different from selfish activities. I'll tell you how. You need basics for your life, right? You need clothes to wear, you need food to eat, you need a house to stay, right? That's what we create for ourselves.
Yeah.
Probably you need some transport for yourself.
Yeah. Food, habitat.
Yeah, all
clothes.
3 basic things are food, clothes and shelter.
Yeah.
Now, you have to search for your food, right?
Yes.
That is self-centered activity. Because otherwise you can't survive.
Okay.
If there is no food, in hunger you're going to die one day. So you search for your food, you make your money, you make your economics, you buy food and eat.
So being self-centered doesn't harm anyone. Being
Yeah,
selfish
being
is going
self-centered is to maintain yourself.
being selfish is going to create disaster
No,
around the world.
no. You have to very clearly understand. Self-centered activities are for your survival.
Yeah.
So comfort zone is different.
Okay.
I want all types of food on the table. That is different. But you need basic food to survive. Those are self-centered activities. Some proper clothes to wear, right?
Yeah.
Some proper house to live, whatever. These are all self-centered.
Okay.
Selfishness where it comes when you grab
Okay.
from others.
So that's going to harm and hurt everybody.
Yeah. If you're going to steal from a bank, that's totally selfishness in the sense like that. That money is being deposited by many people and it is stored in the bank. And you want to steal them and you become rich one day. Or you want to harm somebody and grab their property.
But when you see a humankind history, you see this as being the predominant characteristics of all the.
Yeah, why do we go for a war?
Yeah.
We jail all the women. We take all their treasure. We take all their grains. Right?
That's how.
And we make them slaves.
That's how we have been evolved.
That's how it goes on. That is totally a selfish activity.
Yes.
Okay, when you work in an organization, why there are so much of politics? That you want to suppress others for you to grow.
We want to dominate always.
Yeah. So if you are in a number 2 position, the number 1 is the CEO. The CEO coordinates with you a lot. There are many people who are trying for your post. They're going to create different level politics of putting you down, and you're going to put them down by you being close to the CEO. All kind of things happen. All kinds of politics happen. Somebody else will do the hard work, but you take the credit. Right?
Yes.
As if you have done it. And that fellow is suppressed. The guy who really contributed and spent all his time and used all his brain, did all the work and completed the task, he doesn't get any recognition. Okay?
Yes.
The guy who was grabbed it got the recognition for having done nothing. He takes the name, he takes the prize.
Okay.
Right? Now, when it comes to the question of your selfish activities, grabbing all the money which the spouse has between a husband and wife, right?
Yeah.
Now, you don't want your female spouse to be on her own with a financial stability because she's not going to respect you.
Yeah.
Right? In order for me to make my wife obliging to me all the time, I make her economically dependent on me. I will never allow her to reach any financial stability or financial capability.
This is also being selfish.
100% yes. You're depriving a person from what they want.
They want to be.
Yeah. I play so much of clever game or cunning game or shrewd game activities to make sure that the spouse who has walked into my life as my wife will not allow her to reach any independent financial capability Why? Because moment you are, she is going to be independent in her financial capability, that she did not have to depend on me, and she's not going to listen to me. Right?
Yes.
What do you call this as?
Selfishness.
Yeah. And that spouse, that female spouse, when she meets her friend, another female friend, and she keeps telling all this. He's like this, he's like that, he has taken all my jewelries, he's taken this, he's taken that. I have a house, I cannot even sell that house and make money for myself because, he is, given that as a guarantee to the bank for his business, and the business is in huge loss, okay? And he has taken all my savings, all kinds of things.
So where will this end? Like these selfish people's life, how it
This will never
at
end.
the end?
This will never end. It will go on and on and on and on and on.
Okay.
How can it will end?
They are going to rob others' life.
Yeah, others' life, others' money, others' peace of mind, everything.
Okay.
I keep on harming you with the words I speak, right?
Unless and
I
until...
mentally make you sick. Okay?
Okay.
That is a sadistic pleasure I enjoy.
Okay.
That is another form of selfishness. I make sure that you are not comfortable all the time. And I make sure that you are a dependent, you are a more of, I look around for slavery from you. See, what is after all a human life? A group of people living together as a family. And what is a society? A number of families living together in a colony. Right? Where do we enjoy relationship? We don't enjoy any relationship.
Yes.
Today, if you are going to be rich, there are many people are going to be around you. Tomorrow, you are a beggar on the road, and those number of people around you has vanished. They're gone. They're not there anymore with you.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to get a peg of whiskey from your purse in the evening for me. Right? So you don't have money, you cannot spend. So I don't want you. I don't want you to be a leech on me. So I depart from you. Whatever may be the close relationship I would have enjoyed with you for a number of years, I will just reject you. I don't want you. Because you don't have money. So in an economic-based life in this world for humanity, the order of the day is everything is spinning around with selfish behavior, selfish motive, and selfish activities.
Okay.
Where this will end? This will not end at all. This will go on and on and on and on and on. This is not going to end. And if you are going to tell, yes, there are people who are good enough with their self-centered activity, they are always unselfish in nature when it comes to the question of others. They don't harm others and all that. They are very seldom percentage, very, very few.
Yeah.
And if you are good enough, you will be associated with them. They don't belong to this spinning world. If there is a human being which is, not going to harm anybody, which is not going to be selfish in nature when it comes to the question of economic-based life with the people around him or the people in the society, and he will be living in an unspun world.
Okay.
Right?
So it is basically how the nature has designed.
Yeah, it is as long as you're going to live with the economic based life, and the greed is the one which is the reason for everything. Why do you fight a war? Because I want your land. I don't want you to grow more than me.
Okay.
You're my neighbor. See what we have done. We have divided the land, put boundaries, borders. We identify ourselves with language.
Yeah.
We put flags for ourselves. You create a drawing, you give colors, and then you create a flag for your nation.
Yeah,
and then you start worshipping that flag. And then you respect that flag. And then you fight for the flag.
Instead of living for people, we fight.
What happens when you conquer another country? You put your flag up.
Yeah.
You burn their flags. Right?
Yeah.
So what is that?
Patriotism.
You call it patriotism and all that nonsense. But that's not correct. They are none other than your fellow human beings. I'm not talking philosophy here.
Okay.
I'm talking what's happening on the ground.
Okay.
Okay? I don't want your ethnic.
Okay, we forget that we are one as human beings and we create diversity among us.
Either we fight enemies or we create enemies and fight.
Okay.
There are two different stuff what's happening in this world. If I don't have enemy at all, I create enemy and then fight.
Okay.
I make you my enemy slowly.
Okay.
If I'm going to keep on pushing you against a wall, when it comes to the last end, you will revolt, right?
Yeah.
Because it's going to be your survival.
Okay.
You're not going to stop there. You go on taking my beating, you have come close to the wall. Now they have no way out. So you're going to revolt, Now what's happening in the area of business? I want my brand to be the big, you want your brand to be the big. Okay, I want all the business in the world being in the same trade. Right? If there is a particular business in where you and me are involved, there's a big company, giving such huge orders, then you and me fight for it. We slaughter ourselves by reducing the price of our commodity to supply this big company.
Yeah.
Finally, this big company will enjoy because of two of us fighting.
Yes.
You go and give it for X price. Next month I go and give it for lesser than you as Y price. And then again next month you will go and reduce that Y price into Z price. Right?
Yeah.
This goes on. This is another form of selfishness.
Okay.
Finally, you spoil the market in the end. You're not going to you're not going to make things better. Okay.
Yeah.
Cheating people, looting people, robberies, all are selfish activities. Killing women, all that kind of thing. You live with a woman for some time, married and all that. Finally, because of your selfishness, you kill her in the end. You become a murderer, right?
Yeah.
That because that female is refused to give her jewelry to you, you kill her.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And then competition. My children go to this school, which is number one in my city. My children get dropped by German cars. Right? All these things are what? I only eat in such level restaurants and hotels. I only go for a foreign holiday. All these things are what?
That's showing your status. Like, that's not selfish. You want to
It
show
is.
what?
That is the one which leads you to selfishness because you want to earn more and more money to sustain that level.
Maybe
you come to the basic point.
Maybe this can be a point, isn't it? You want to have the best things for your life. You want to go in the best car. You want to go to the best restaurant.
As long as this world is going to have the economic baseline, okay, we are going to be selfish in nature. Because of that, there are 110 million refugees are there in this world. More than 40% of world population is below the poverty level, and they are eating only one meal.
We human beings
1 minute.
create
They are
that
eating
money.
only the 40% in this world, or definitely eating. Most of them are 1 meal a day. Maybe some percentage is 2 meal a day. And every 19 second, I'm telling you today's statistics. Every 19 second or 20 seconds you keep it. One human being is dying because of hunger.
Okay.
In spite of we producing so much of food, the food is stored by various top governments. It is not reaching the people.
Okay.
They're dying. And that is the overall selfishness of the human species on earth.
Okay.
Now what are you going to say for this? You have UN food program, you have UNICEF's,
See, we ourselves are responsible
Even
for
in
all
India,
of these things.
there's a huge percentage of children are undernourished.
Yeah.
The undernourishment of the children in Africa and Latin America are very high.
The invention of money has destroyed equality among the human
See, it is
beings.
again the economic war between the nations.
It is humans who created.
Nation is nothing other than humans.
Yeah.
I am an American, you are a Russian, I am a Canadian, I am an Indian, I am an Australian. It is finally human. That land is only a piece of mass. You have given the name for it. I don't think so. 25,000 years ago, there was a word called Australia. I don't think so. Where is the question? You have given the name, you have given the flag, you have given the currency, and you say that my population is the rich population in the world. Even today, a basic American family, or 85% of the American population in America, meagerly survive only with $3,000. Their infrastructure is good, no doubt. But then in order for me to keep my country upmost, okay, up the hill or on the cards, number one, that I do innumerable number of selfish activities under the name of economic war, and I keep my treasury good. This is how it goes on from one level to another level to another level to another level. It goes on and on and on and on and on and on. Why all these wars are happening? All these wars are happening because of the economic scenario. There are lobbies for every top commodities in this world.
Yeah.
And they dominate, and they make the maximum money, and they store the maximum money. And almost all the political outfits, they need a lot of money to, run their political activity and political party and whatnot. They need money. They need more money.
Since thousands of years, we've been developed a lot in science and technology.
I somehow feel that however long the human species are living on this earth, this was the same scenario. And at the moment, it is the same scenario. And however long that we are going to live from here on, it is going to be the same scenario or more than what it is today.
Okay.
So human beings are going to be selfish in nature. That can never be wiped out. Greed is one thing which is going to, always keep the human beings under turmoil all the time in the world. And major population of this world, as humans, if you are born as a human being, you have to run pillar to post to meet ends.
Okay.
And that's going to make you tired, and that's going to make you again selfish. More and more selfish in nature. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Doctor. Meet you all on another interesting conversation. Bye.